would have been like the emergency response team from the side of KBG. Yeah, I agree. But I think the mindset on this one is a bit more flexibility as well for the side of the Gragas, able to body slam in a way, as well as having that bit of a disengaged tool to force the Aatrox away from the team. If you're able to hit that as well, the Vladimir would be a really good thing for them. So we'll see. I do like the Shen though. If the Shen is gonna go in the hands of Tatan, you've kept saying that Tatan should move away from carries. Shen definitely not a carry in the jungle position.
And he has been very good.
Yeah. Last couple of bans coming from both of these teams. Ezreal and Corki taken away by OMG, while the Ord and Jax have been taken away by KBG. But still another ADC standing for KBG. They do pick up the Zeri. I feel like that should have been one of the bans for OMG instead of the Ezreal and the Corki. Ezreal and Corki, both mobile marksmen. Not exactly the type that you would want to pick into the composition of KBG right now, since KBG has a lot of tanks. Doesn't really have as much damage. Zeri fits that build so well to have that damage that is lacking from the side of KBG. OMG though, locking in their last two picks. It's going to be both the Nautilus and the Renekton. Renekton giving a bit of that strength at the top side, as well as the Nautilus. I do like the Nautilus pick against the Zeri. It stops the Zeri to have a free roam, because the depth charge is just a point and click on the Zeri. Right now, looking at the mid lane as well. It has the Zoe has been picked, as mentioned earlier. Zoe could very well just burst down the targets here from OMG. Xayah does have a bit of that protection. She does have the peel on her ultimate. She can dodge away if she does get hit by the bubble from the Zoe.
Yeah. If APAC this time can close out this series, especially because they have a really great engage composition as well. Great poke. It's quite balanced, to be honest. Kind of similar to the composition of OMG, but instead of having an assassin jungler, they do have someone to protect the front line or the back line even more. Especially that they do have a Zed. I think the Shen is going to be so effective later on to deny the damage coming in from OMG. Many of those champions does rely a bit on auto attack, particularly the Renekton and the Xayah. So the Shen does really come through here for KBG, especially for the Ton. If they can utilize it later on for the macro plays as well, especially at the 5-minute mark, like the Dragon and the RH, then the Stand United to go towards the other objective. I think this is going to be very explosive for Keepers Gaming.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if that's how it's going to pan out between the two of these teams. But right now for KBG, I'm also looking at their composition in terms of the amount of damage that they can bring. Feels like they don't have as much damage, and the longer these fights goes, if this Renekton and Nautilus is able to build up a bit more of the tankiness, it's going to be hard for both the Zeri and the Zoe to just get through that tank line that OMG has, and OMG will just have so much damage from the Aatrox, from the Vladimir, and from the Xayah when we get towards that late game.
Oh yeah, for sure. This Xayah of 15 can be quite deadly. We saw him earlier trying to really kite out the members of Keepers Game. The only problem was there was so much engage coming in from KBG, and he struggled definitely on that. SMK Zoe actually dealt quite a lot a while ago, right? It was 45% damage, 20,000+ damage if I'm not mistaken in the entire game. Even if they were behind at that time, it was still consistent in poking out KBG. But this time, Andran can be the one to do that as well. The burst is going to be there, and SMK needs to be very careful.
Yeah, definitely. They need to be very careful of the damage coming from that Zoe. Because even though we saw, in the late game, it's hard for her to put down the damage. But when you do give the Zoe an opening to hit her long-range paddle stars, it's gonna stick. It's gonna hurt. And it's essentially becomes, instead of just a poke mage in the mid lane, instead of just an artillery mage in the mid lane, it becomes a form of an assassin at that point.
Sleepy Trouble Bubble just to delay the wave clear there of SMK. Top side, Whitecat definitely winning against KG, especially that this is a Renekton against Camille. Can deny the adaptive defense, especially with the shield. Natan as well gonna be intercepted in his jungle camp and will be stolen at least a bit of XP that should have been for the Ton.
Yeah, White Cat and the Aatrox was able to share some of the XP from the Krug camp, right? Exhaust is on the bot side, a bit of trading here, but Yu is a bit lower when it comes to, when it compares to his counterpart on Hua. This could signal a recall right now for KBG. Try to reset to the bot side to prevent any shenanigans from maybe a jungle. But as you can see, Aatrox is still on the top side of the map for him, clearing out the blue side jungle right now for OMG. So no shenanigans anywhere near the bot side.
Yeah, OMG can just play this out safe. I think scaling is going to be one of the most important aspects here in this game for OMG. KBG will look to intercept that, especially when we reach towards the 5-minute mark. They will try to accelerate it and force out the issue here towards OMG, especially they do have Anran on the Zoe. So many great openings can be made by a Zeri, especially because of this 3P trouble bubble, and OMG has to be ready for that.
Yeah. Anran spotted on the ward, wasn't able to hit the Sleepy Trouble bubble on SNK. Very slow early game, very similar to what we saw in game 1, as you mentioned, right? These teams are now looking more on the scaling part, although I feel like KBG should be the one who's a bit more aggressive, since they do have the Zoe, who needs to be in a better position earlier on. Yes, she can still deal damage, but it scales off very heavily when it comes to the late part of the game. KBG also needs to get a bit of that early advantage because they don't have as much damage compared to the whole lineup of OMG. So having that early game that be in their favor, especially if the Shen could pick up a couple of kills, would really push KBG into a more favorable spot.
You are even just preventing this cannon from being taken, but yeah, great zoning overall here by KBG. They know that they can engage towards 15 and Wawa anytime soon. It's a great indication as well that OMG is fully aware that this 2v2 can suddenly turn into a 3 versus 2. And now, next 2v2 is going to be used. Inyan is going to be here as well, but the Battlestar is just going to be dealing so much damage. White Cat still able to stay alive. That is great. Also has the Honey Fruit to heal himself back a little bit. The timing is just perfect for Inyan's rotation. Man, that could have been first blood already.
Yeah, that could have been first blood, but great backup right there for bot side.
Feather Storm gonna be used. Xiaoma is still not gonna be continuing on the push, on the assault here towards 15. And we see so many fights happening here across the map. No kills garnered so far. It has been a close start.
Yeah, 4 minutes is the goal signal for both OMG and KBG. Trying to get some advantage, trying to get a death timer going on so that they might have a better position when these objectives comes up. But the big cooldown right now for the side of KBG is going to be the Stan United on the Ton. They won't be having this big shield if they start the fight at the 5-minute mark on these objectives, with the Ton actually recalling, just getting the Scuttle Crab in the bot side. This kind of tells us that the Ton will just be going for a handshake probably when it comes to the objectives.
Let's see. Yeah, because the Sand United was used already, right? Yeah. You're gonna be interfering here. In the end, taking a bit of damage there from Yu. Also with Shelly, just hitting him as well. But this time, Shama's gonna be helping out. Body Slam gonna be used. Wawa is still here. Will not be pursued anymore by KBG. The Ton is starting this Dragon. I don't think OMG is gonna be trying to intercept this. No steals gonna come through. Just a trade, a handshake like what you said.
Yeah. Handshake completed for both of these teams. Herald has gone to the side of OMG. It will be on them now to use it, most probably in the mid lane, to open that lane up. KBG kind of knows that. They want to get a bit of an advantage here in the top side, but with the ward in the brush, Wahua in 15 very well knows that Anran 9 is at the top side trying to look for a pick. So far, Vision has been immaculate for both of these teams. This has given them so much information to dodge some of the rotations and ganks that are coming in.
The bubble did connect. Yu just gonna be applying some damage. Battlestar is going to be denied. Great poke overall by KBG. So far here in the top lane, they are attempting to just push it out once more. Maybe secure a couple of plates here. 1 or 2. Andra can do it. Does have the magic damage. Mid lane as well is gonna be pushed here by Xiaoma. Pops with the ult. Exhaust as well gonna be used. And 15 gonna be in a bit of trouble here. Still fine, able to answer back, especially does have the Honey Fruit. SMK this time around after the engage. Andran! Stand United gonna be used. Can he actually escape? The answer is no. Yuri's gonna be next as well. Done a little bit late there on the Stand United. It has been denied the help. Keepless Gaming might get pushed here into the top lane, especially with Shelly helping out here. Can charge under the turret. Kenyan gonna be chasing them out still. not pursue anymore. They're happy with just securing this first tower in the top lane.
Yeah, it's gonna be the first turret here for OMG. Also a kill on the Zoe. Bit of an unfortunate timing right there. But yeah, Anra9 was recalling and Hua just caught him there with the hook. A bit of disrespect from Anra9 as well. Even the Stan United wasn't able to push through. Was bursted down by SMK, and this led to this push on the top side with the Herald being used, which is kind of uncharacteristic. We usually see that being invested in the mid lane, but I guess for the tempo right now for OMG, top lane would suffice.
Yeah, OMG this time around getting a 2,000 gold lead. Yu, can he actually do something about this? Looks like it's not going to be the case. KBG is still struggling a bit. Surprisingly, we see them getting picked off after just one mistake. We see the cost of it, the effect with OMG getting a tower takedown, getting the kill onto Andran, now having a 2,000 gold lead. Yu gonna be isolating Wawa, still has the depth charge to chase down Chama as well. Andran unable to burst down this Nautilus, but Ignite is sticking. Chama flashing in. Yu's gonna be traded out with a Hemo play, just stacking up the damage. And 1-for-1, but it's actually great. Now Inyan stalking for more, wanting more. It's gonna be going towards this bottom lane. They actually secured the kill onto the Ton as well a while ago, off screen. And now SMK just gonna be running them down. This tower should be falling down. KBG struggling. And OMG is just loving every single series that we have been getting here in this game.
Yeah. Going to the replay right here, we're gonna see how the Ton falls down. Actually, the Stan United that he procced, and just Inyan and Whitecat in the position to punish this Shen. It's quite an unfortunate timing from the Ton, as you mentioned. If he was not in full vision of OMG, he might have been able to push through with the Stan United. Instead, gets picked off, and now OMG with a decent advantage here in the early game, almost 3,000 gold ahead for them. SMK and Inyan very much at the top of the gold leaderboards for this game, and SMK has been using that advantage so well. I saw him earlier flashing in, getting the kills, getting the pickups, and this will allow him on the Vladimir to scale even faster. And we all know how strong Vladimir is when it gets the late game.
Yeah, we saw that even in the previous series, right, between Woohoo Gaming and KT Roll Survive. The damage can be just so pure onto multiple members. It's not just single target. That's one of the cons here of the champion that Andran9 has picked up. It has to be a single target burst down. They can lock someone down, but it's just so difficult to do that as well. Especially because when OMG turns, they turn without hesitation. And that's what they have demonstrated a while ago in the bottom side river fight.
Yeah, definitely. Now, we have to wait. We have to see where KBG will be going with this, because they are certainly behind at this point. They need to figure out a way, try to make a play, and try to take back the lead for themselves. SMK probably has a bit of a bounty on his head right now, with being 209, almost 1,000 gold ahead on his counterpart. Does have the crown though, has a lot of safety for going for him. As we get into the 10-minute mark, the next Drake is about to spawn. It's going to be a Mountain Drake. KBG already has the first Drake of the game. It would be good for them if they're able to secure the second Drake of the game.
Interesting. Blade of the Winking here for Whitecat now getting challenged. Leafy Pot Trouble Bubble, but is still alive at this time. OMG is wanting more. That charge is going to be used. The knockoff Sandra, I think, going to be there to try and protect KG, but it's not going to be enough this time around. Again, it's denied. The Ton going to be in trouble this time around, especially that it doesn't have the ult anymore. Won't be able to help out in this dragon fight as well. Ult gonna be used by Chama. Battlestar gonna come through. No steal coming from KBG. The second dragon's here for OMG, and Chama going towards Inyan will not find him as well. KBG slowly getting major losses here in this game. Andra9 continues on the Battlestar, but still gonna be fine with SMK going here towards Yu. Their time will not connect. The Battlestar will go towards SMK and will be forcing them to back away.
KBG slowly getting choked out of this game. As you mentioned, they're having some major issues. They're having some small mistakes that are being capitalized on by OMG. I feel the plan for KBG earlier was to try to look for a fight. Depth chart being used.
Yeah, a little too early, to be honest, because no one's actually there to just follow up. So that's weird.
Yeah, that's definitely weird. But yeah, going back to my point earlier, I think the plan for KBG was try to force a fight and have the Ton use the Stan United to get into the fight and maybe go for a steal on the Dragon. But instead, it was them getting shoved in, Camille getting killed, and the Ton wasn't able to complete the channel on the Stan United to join the fight. And now KBG still in the same gold differential They're still about 2.7, 2.5k gold in favor of OMG, but with the Dragon being equalized here by OMG, they have definitely gotten a bit more stats. They have denied the soul as well for KBG. This puts OMG in a better position here in this game.
Absolutely. If they get the second or the third Dragon, rather, the Ocean Dragon, it's going to help them so much in resisting the damage here of KBG, because Mountain Dragon plus Ocean Dragon is immense durability and sustainability as well here, especially towards the late game. KBG doesn't want that. The taunt gonna be taunting here on Wawa. Not really the best start, because this is a Nautilus that is very tanky. The Battle Star though connects onto 15, forcing the Feather Storm is gonna be walking away. The Storm is just gonna be there with the taunt going in, and SMK just trying to get in towards the fight as well. Going in with the Ties of Blood, is landing onto the Everton of Keep the Same, but being ignored, being denied. The KBG is loving every single second here in this fight, and OMG doesn't like this anymore. They'll be walking away.
Yeah, that was a fight at KBG. Well, at least the pick off the KBG wanted to get. They're able to get 15. That Zaya, we talked about how it has the ultimate to be able to dodge some damage, but if no one was going on front of her, she won't be able to live through it. Yuyu though, getting a bit caught out here.
It's still gonna be fine. Indian is a little bit mad, especially on what happened a while ago. 15 tried to fall back, but is denied even with that. Especially because of the sleepy trouble bubble. Had to use the Feather Storm, but still isn't enough to be safe in the backline. That's how big of a turnaround can be made with just one champion. The Zoe 100-0 is so possible with this champion, and the taunt as well on this follow-up with taunt flash. It's just so pure. That allowed them to get the leverage at least in that fight.
Yeah, I actually think if only Yuyu used the cast, would have been good as well. They didn't need to use two abilities to try to secure the kill, because the bubble already has that increased damage, right, when you're able to hit another skill. But nevertheless, it still awarded them kill. Now KBG able to at least even out the tempo, because it felt like earlier on KBG just kept playing on the back foot while OMG dictated where everything was gonna go. With KBG able to get at least a kill, they're able to strike fear into the hearts of OMG at this point. They're able to say that, hey, we're not out of this game yet. We're not just going to go quietly into the night, as KBG is looking for another fight.
Another cast, another isolation. This time it's going to be White Cat initiated here. They have to be very careful. White Cat's going to be disengaging with the Size and Dice series. It's going to be the next target here of OMG. The Dredge line connects with the flash. Stasis is going to be used to buy some time here for Andran. He can still flash away. And Thon, waiting for the Thon, does go in with the Nautilus and picks him down as well. KBG having the numbers advantage this time around is going to be looking to push down the mid lane. 15 is taking too much damage! Had to use the Feather Storm. Now OMG is going to be walking away. They have to give this tower away, unless KBG, Yuya in the vicinity, is going to be spotted out. They are timing it right now for the Baron. They're starting it.
Yeah, they're starting the Baron. What a bluff as well from Andra 9. Didn't have the Battle Star, but it forced ultimate from 15. Now the Battle Ultimate's down!
The burst down, the Renekton is out. KG gonna be initiated here by SMK though, but has the movement speed, has the Battle Star, almost connecting to SMK. KBG gonna be happy with the trade, able to push this mid lane right now. Just with a Baron trade. The Trouble Bubble will connect, the Battle Star is gonna be there! Almost buying that time for KBG to get the Dragon, at least with him zoned out. This can be the Dragon already. Thon is already starting it off. The steal coming in from Sham as well on the red buff. It's just so effective right now, getting everything away from Inyan. The Baron as well can be initiated here by KBG if they do want to. Inyan gonna be going in, unable to get the steal. KG.
No depth charge.
Depth charge onto Shama. Inyan is gonna be here, landing the sword, forcing the fight, and gets the kill onto the Zeri. KG is just gonna be walking away with a hook shot as well. They are able to steal this blue buff too. Denying it from Andra 9 is gonna be huge here for OMG.
Yeah, OMG has numbers on the map. With the Zeri gone, they might be able to force this Baron, or at least bait in KBG. There's a 4v5 situation, but looking at also the members of OMG, the Renekton and the Aatrox are on the bot side. The Aatrox is currently getting the minions in his jungle, going for the farm. I think they should be on the Baron right now to force the issue, as we see on the replay right here how Shauma was taken down by OMG with the depth charge. The Thon also, I feel like a bit of a misposition on the sword, but nevertheless it was the response right there from OMG, and now Baron is still up on the table for both of these teams.
I mean, I think it's okay for OMG to not really pursue the Baron, because it's so risky to try and attempt it when Alaran is still up. Because one Paddle Star can just delete you and allow KBG to fully take control, taking the Baron, taking everything. Especially that in just a minute time, Elder Dragon's gonna be available as well. So now it puts so much risk for OMG to do anything. They have to be so clean, they have to be so precise in everything that they do. And KG this time around is going to be pressure stage. It's going to be used to buy some time. Meter Enchant not connecting onto KG is still going to be used to buy some time for OMG to run towards his bottom lane. Hook shot going to be used. Red Shine did not connect onto Yu. Everyone is just going to be walking off. SMK wants to commit but will not be able to do so.
Yeah, as you mentioned, right, Elder Dragon's about to spawn. KBG, they want to get a pick up in the bot side to maybe open up that space for them. Get the dragon, get the wave shoving. Ooh, that was a close hook on Yu. But now, KBG is recollecting themselves. As I was talking about earlier, they could have gotten a good advantage in the bot side by taking down the Camille, but instead, it still remains equal for both of these teams. A bit of a gold advantage still on the side of OMG, but as we get to the later parts of this game, KBG, even with their items, are very much strong. Could be in parity to OMG when it comes to these fights.
Yeah, absolutely. 2,500 gold lead at 18 minutes is practically nothing at this point. KBG has her power spikes already. KG is lingering in the area on the brush, trying to get a good angle here towards Inyan. But it's still gonna be fine here for OMG. Elder Dragon's gonna be available. KBG can basically do what they did a while ago towards Baron lane. Vision is not established by OMG in the top side river. KBG knows it as well.
Yeah, they could do what they did earlier on. Bait in OMG into this Elder Drake, and when they go for a fight, they peel off of the dragon and go for a Baron play. That could very well be what KBG is also looking at here. But looking at Inyan and Whitecat taking control over this bot side wave, shoving in pretty deeply. It's gonna be a good flank if OMG can set this up, but KBG so far not allowing it. Now Dragon's being started. 5 members of OMG are here.
Take note, they have
15!
Be here in the bottom lane. 15 is dead! But the Battle Star is gonna be there. KG is starting to run away. White is trying to chase. They are gonna be able to burst down SMK as well. It is everything on the line here for Inyan. He has to land the sword. He has to land the damage. Being intercepted here. Getting in with a flash as well. Getting killed onto the Zeri. As well as this Red Necklace is now starting to pop off. The Thon is gonna be going in as well, trying to delay the damage coming from Inyan. Andran is very low. Has the Battle Star still. Gets a knock up there. Gets a taunt towards Inyan, but still alive. Has to sustain. You're gonna be helping out as well. Wawa trying to intercept, trying to block the Battle Star, but still not gonna be enough. Renekton is gonna be taken now. 3 versus 2 here in this Elder Dragon. 5,000 HP. The Thon is still gonna be looking towards the entry. Still, Yu intercepting, trying to get a good poke. Adder as well, trying to get a good angle. Wawa's gonna be taken out. Has a sneak trouble, bubble denied. Still, Yu and Andran and the Thon are here. Inyan just desperately trying to get this for the team, but will now back off. KBG successful installing. Stand United gonna be used after going back into the base. The Thon can actually intercept, but 15 finally goes back here from the base. And then it's gonna be here with the Battlestar once again here towards Wawa. The Thon gonna be taunting in towards 15, but SMK is gonna be here. He might just get bursted away, and that's the answer here by OMG. Now they have an opportunity to actually get this Elder Dragon. KBG can no longer contest. They have to give it away.
I don't understand! KBG, why did you have to go back? You could have just let the dragon reset. The OMG 15 and SMK died first. Obviously, they're gonna respawn back on the map faster than you. But now KBG is on the back foot with the taunt gone. There's no chance for them to smite steal this Baron. There could be a miracle from a Battlestar.
It has to be Andran, but SMK is doing a really good job zoning them Elway. The Meteor Enchant's gonna be used. Cast! Almost getting the Baron. Still, great smite coming in from Inyan, especially the timing. Now they have double objective here. Elder Dragon and Baron.
Elder Dragon, Baron, the 2 endgame buffs on the side of OMG. This is kind of telling us that we may see another game 3 here, folks, as we see OMG being in a commanding spot, and again just going back. That was such a weird decision coming in from KBG because it already showed that they don't have the sustained damage to take down the Aatrox. They had 3 members. They had the 2v3 for the longest time, and they couldn't even take down Hua or the Aatrox in that fight. They should have just let the dragon reset. You should have just walked away. But instead, Stand United was used. And that was such a questionable decision from KBG. That was a massive mistake.
Yeah, a big mistake. It came with a big bill right now, and the cost is massive. The cost is them losing so many battles right now. The base is gonna be knocked in here by OMG. The cast gonna be used here onto Wawa. Not really the best target here. Still able to cast in the depth charts and followed up here by Inyan. They are closing out this game. SMK going deep. And this inhibitor tower in the top lane and bottom lane and mid lane should be taken out. The base is wide open. Renekton by White going in towards KG. On forced to use the stand united here to just help out. Right the shield here towards Camille and KBG on the brink of destruction. Still able to defend their base. OMG though, coming back again.
Yeah, this is the turnaround here for OMG. Right now, it's an 8k gold lead. Earlier, we only saw it at about 2.6k. This is definitely going to the favor of OMG. They are looking to force this series into a Game 3. And what can KBG do at this point? They are very much deep into their base. They don't have as much damage as OMG has. As we were talking about earlier, the later this game goes, the more the Zarya and the Zoe will be not as relevant as the Vladimir, as the Xayah, as the Aatrox that OMG has.
Dude, Amaranth, Twin Guard, and Visage. This is making Indian so tanky right now.
Yeah, he doesn't need to have as much damage tools because there's only 2 people that he needs to deal with.
Yeah, the only thing he needs to do is land the sword, sustain himself, and create chaos onto the members of Keep Best Gaming. Now they're creating it. They still have the waves crashing onto the base. They know that they have the leverage here in terms of priority. All lanes have been taken. Look at the base here of OMG, it's still clean! Yeah. KBG is the one after that crucial mistake that they made in the Elder Dragon fight. Now they're on the precipice of being destroyed by OMG. In their attempt to push this to game number 3, OMG is still committing here into the mid lane, forcing out the waves to be crashed. In timing for the Baron possibly to be taken with priority here by OMG. Yeah,
OMG now.
Oh no!
Oh no!
That's gonna be in trouble! He was too deep and will be punished! And will be destroyed! Now Indian just wants to fight, wants to create chaos. SMK going in as well, first to use the Blood Bowl, still is able to use the stage and stop. Shama trying to feed it from the backside, able to still hit from behind. Shama as well, still there, forcing out the flash here of White Cat. They have taken SMK! That's big here for KBG in exchange for the Dawn.
Yeah, it's an exchange for the Dawn. They do get one. They are able to defend their base. We're heading to the 24-minute mark. One of their longer games here in the league so far. Has it topped their longest game, which we saw earlier today. KBG OMG showing that they can also go for these very long exchanges. Baron is up. Big objective, as well as the Elder Drake. If there's a time for KBG to turn this around, they should be able to get both of these objectives to show us that they can close this series out on a 2-0 note.
They have to do it. They have to try. They have to try. They have to take this. They have to risk it all. It's everything on the line here for Keep This Game. The isolation is going to be there towards Wawa. White Cat going to be waiting for Under9 to go deep. Or this Tyson dies, but actually did not pursue this time around. KBG still has a chance to reset and buy enough time for them to actually have the better end here towards the Elder Dragon. But White Cat is pushing mid. They know they have the leverage, they have the waves crashing into the top lane as well, while KG is forced to just go on the defense.
Yeah,
this is preventing them to have the numbers advantage here. OMG gonna be starting this Elder Dragon. Chama knows it, is trying to poke out with the laser as well. Yuji gonna be checking out the pit as well. Dawn just waiting. White Cat is very low. They know that they can actually go here towards them as well. They are just gonna be disengaging for now. It's too risky.
It's too risky. It's too risky. OMG also peeling away from the Dragon right now. They can feel the pressure. They don't want to challenge KBG.
Oh no!
Inside! White Cat!
Still fine. Still fine.
It's fine.
Still okay. KBG can just continue on the push. KG is actually doing a really good job holding the door here in the bottom lane and in the top lane as well. And KBG actually starting this Elder Dragon right now. Wawa knows it. Dawn is going to be going here as well. Indian has a great position for this flank.
Oh.
Will spot out Yu slowing it down. SMK as well going to be dealing with damage. Sleepy Trouble Bubble will not connect onto anybody. SMK not really going with the Tides of Blood as well. But Andran will landing. The Paddle Star will hurt SMK. Gets a full, gets a stun, gets a dredge line as well towards Ryu. There's going to be the ult here by Shama. White is going in as well. Trying to get the backline access, still unable to do it as well. KBG is just going to be walking away. OMG as well. Handshake for now. Yeah. But the Elder Dragon is just so important here.
Yeah, and all this time, KBG is fighting this as a 4-man unit. They can't rely on KG. As you mentioned, KG right now is trying to defend their base. That's why you always see Under9 and Daton just trying to stop this mid lane to pushing into their turret. Because if it does, that is a huge point of pressure that they can't get away from. The 30 minutes might just be able to end the game as we have a reset here.
Reset. You're still gonna be fine. Still pulled back, but it's okay still. Andran trying to land this Paddle Star, but is unable to do it. KG has been pushing in the top lane, trying to get some leverage, trying to push out the wave so that he can actually help here in this fight. But OMG knows it. They know that they have the constant waves crashing into the tower. They know that they can have just the patience here. Wait for an opening. Wait for a mistake here towards KBG. They have taken at least a tower right now. Wildcat's gonna be in a lot of trouble this time around, able to still survive for so long. The gas gonna be used. They are forcing now on the Elder Giant. Can they actually face it? They are trying to burst it out. KGG is here to steal this gas. And the Dawn just making the miraculous plays. And now KBG is just gonna be running towards the memory team of KBG of OMG, and Indian gonna be in a lot of trouble. Jam as well, just gonna be flashing and taking SMK along the way. And 15 is the last remaining member here on the side of OMG. Is not gonna be surviving. KG is there to get the finish. But the base is wide open. They still have to go back to the base. Can they actually push this wave? Long death timers already, 60 seconds exactly. But is it enough for KBG to end it?
We'll see if it's going to be enough. They have a pushing wave in the mid lane. Shaoma and KG right now are running to the base. It's only 750 HP right now on the search. This could well be it. This could very well be it.
12 seconds. Renekton, Wildcat is about to be online. The wave is going to be crashing here into the mid lane. He has a big responsibility to be able to stall out this game. Wildcat popping up the dominance. He is ready. He is waiting. He is wanting this. But KBG is focusing onto the Nexus already. His goal is to be able to clear out this wave into the mid lane. He's able to buy some time here for OMG.
This game is insane right now, Giyang. We've written off KBG earlier. It felt like it was already OMG who was gonna run into the base, getting the win, but that prolonged Elder Drake face-off went into the favor of KBG. They were able to successfully defend their base, able to successfully defend their claim on the Elder Drake, and now it's only the Baron on the map. SMK!
Okay, still fine. Still has the Hemo Plague. Still gonna be using the transfusion to be able to get his HP back to full 100. But OMG, man, this game is so close. KBG, they are gonna be spotted trying to take this Baron. Wawa is already there. The rest of the OMG is going on their way. They realize there's a vision. They planted the vision ward as well, trying to take it that way. Wawa is gonna be able to clear his ward as well. KBG is gonna be trying to go on to him. The Thon is gonna be there. Sleepy Trouble Bubble as well. Stand United. There's no Stand United here, but the burst is gonna be there with the Elder Dragon. The Thon does have the damage, especially with the buff that he has acquired. Now the numbers advantage here by KBG can be fully utilized. There's no more frontline for OMG. They have to wait 60 seconds, 50 seconds here before this Nautilus comes back to life.
Yeah, and now KBG just doing their due diligence, pushing out the mid lane so that they would have a shoving lane in the mid lane. But OMG is not deterred. They're still putting down pressure right here as KBG has not started the Baron because OMG is just putting down the pressure. They can't even go for the start. This is coming to be the second 200k gold game we have seen today. Nexus.
Are they going to be attempting to get this tower down? I think they are. 500 HP left in and trying to intercept. The tower is going to be falling down. Second inhibitor tower here taken by KBG, but the Thon is taking the damage. SMK also trying to help. Battlestar not connecting here from Anagram, but still going to be going in with the Battlestar. And Portal jump as well. OMG still unsuccessful to defend this inhibitor tower. KBG is slowly equalizing this game, especially in the turrets. Now, this is going to allow this Camille of KG to be able to freely help out in the team fights now.
Yeah, this whole for the past 10 minutes, 8 minutes, KBG has been fighting with only 4 members, and they have been winning against OMG in a lot of these opportunities, and that has been due to the poke, due to the guerrilla tactics that they have been using. They have evolved, they have advanced at guerrilla tactics by taking down structures as well on the side. And now Baron is the big objective on the map. Elder Drake, we might see a third Elder Drake being taken down in this game, Giyang. 30 minutes as well. We might just hit another milestone here with another longest game of the league.
The longest game so far in the entire season 2 is 32 minutes and 49 seconds. We're now 2 minutes away from that as well. OMG has been struggling, KBG has been struggling the entire game. But now, every single crutches has been removed. Every single obstacle, every single weight has been removed right now. Only the bottom lane has to be pushed here by KBG. And OMG is starting to feel the pressure right now.
Yeah, they're definitely feeling the pressure. At this point in time, everyone has full builds. It doesn't matter who has the better composition, because so far what we have seen is that execution is what matters most between these two teams. KBG has been out-executing OMG for the past 8 to 10 minutes, while OMG has been struggling to figure out a way how to break through the wall that is KBG. On run 9, the Thon having their sights on this third Elder Drake of the game.
It's gonna be risky. Gonna be 100% risky on either side. The waves are gonna be even this time around. We're back to square one. Yu gonna be initiated here. They're still gonna be fine. Has a body slam, has a GA, has everything here to sustain, to be able to provide a platform here for KBG. But OMG is gonna be starting this Elder Dragon. Yu has to check. Yu has to get the information. It's being kept down, especially by 15. Force Jesus spaces. Shama's gonna be here, and as well trying to zone them out. The dirt side's gonna be connecting onto him as well. Wolf by Shama trying to pre-hit, but it's being intercepted here by the depth charge. That line is gonna be very crucial here for OMG. Wildcat gonna be initiated, and it's gonna be taken away. SMK tries to go in with a Tides of Blood, has to flash away as well, as the Hemo Pig gets taunted and will be taken away. Trying to go Golden as well to try and buy some time.
15's gone!
Towards the Zerny! And now it can actually pop up this time around. The Thon is trying to sustain, but it's not gonna be allowed to do so. Battlestar's gonna be there, only hitting Wawa right here. KG running away with a hook shot. It's gonna be fine still. OMG, numbers advantage still for KBG, but we're starting to feel the pressure here for KBG, especially with OMG having the best advantage here, especially in the interception here, especially if you don't have the Zeri anymore. It's so hard to kill this Aatrox.
Yeah, both the Aatrox and the Vladimir, we just saw earlier, SMK at like the brink of HP is like 20%, but got almost all of it back with just one ultimate proc. 4v3 right now in this Elder Drake. That's another fight here, Giyang.
Take a look at the top lane. It's being pushed right now, slowly pushing towards the base here of OMG. They have a huge wave of KBG going there, so Wildcat has a big responsibility to take that wave later on. Man, we're already beating records. 33 minutes in.
What's happening?
It's no longer just a game. It is an extended game, one of the most important games here between OMG and KBG, beating records, beating everything, defying odds here. 16,000 HP on this Elder Dragon. Baron as well is just gonna be hyped up even more, gonna be more difficult to actually be taken down. KBG knows they can still have the leverage here. Wildcat's in the top lane, bottom lane is gonna be pushed here by SMK to gain leverage here since they have taken the inhibitor tower a while ago. Man.
No words right now, just because of how long this game has been. It has just really been execution between these two teams. Yes, we have seen the sides being pushed, but they're always being pushed back. But OMG! Wahwa?
Yeah, well,
a lot of damage.
Getting very low. Top lane gonna be pushed here by KG to try and shove it away towards OMG this time around. Wildcat has to answer as well. It has been a loop in the top lane this time around, and our Baron laners are having a big responsibility to be able to set the leverage here in terms of the wave. It is well gonna be pushed here by Thon and Shama. We saw a while ago that Wildcat has been taken out here and pave a way for KBG to get the Elder Dragon. But now it's not gonna be the case. They are paying respect towards him as well.
No one's risking anything at this point. Everyone's just trying to go for these shoves, trying to go for the macro plays at this point in time. All of the ultimates that was reused earlier are back in cooldown, but look at where KG is. He is able to shove up this top side. Wildcat needs to react, but at this point in time, Camille's gonna deal a lot more damage compared to this Renekton.
However, they know SMK is gonna be here as well. Hexacle ultimate gonna be used, trying to fill him down. The Thon gonna be using SMK, gonna be using Flash to try and get in. Tactical sweep gonna be denied. The kill's gonna be there. KG is dead! And the Thon gonna be next, but still. KBG are still here, helping out. Numbers advantage present by OMG, but it's not over yet. We have seen this loop time and time again. We have seen this cycle by KBG and OMG getting the fix, getting trades, getting the outplays as well. But the Stasis is going to be used by Wawa. Try and stay alive. This SMK is still going to be fine. Indian going to be going in. Andra needs to walk away. Shama as well needs to kite away. They are trying to walk back, but Wawa is taking too much. Stasis again going to be used by some time. Yu's going to be here as well with a body slam. Getting them down, just using the first. KBG is still okay.
What is this? It's a 35-minute game right now between these two teams. OMG getting the numbers advantage. They are now starting this other game.
To everyone that is watching right now, caller fans, this is the longest game and possibly one of the most important right now here in this game as well. KBG and OMG fighting for the Elder Dragon. The Thon is going to be trying to get here into the Dragon Pit, but being prevented here by Wawa. No, still going to be going through. This time it's OMG that is the strike. And KBG looking to walk away. Stace is going to be used here by the Dragon still. The Thon is going to be taken away. OMG using it now to their advantage. After being deprived for so long, they're finally able to get this objective and using it to their advantage. Pushing it to the mid lane. That's going to be used. Dodge Bowl is going to be there to buy some time as well as to dodge it out. And now with the wave crashing into the base, KBG has to defend. But how can they do it? It has been a long time since OMG has been able to get a win. But they will try to do it right now. KBG has to take responsibility to get this wave out. They are able to clear out the wave, able to still deny the time. SMK getting bursted out, still able to use the blood pull away. OMG. Are they going to be closing out this game? They engage. Hexagon ultimate going to be used here onto Wawa. Not really the best target right now. G is going to be popping onto the Gragas. Still KBG trying to fight back, trying to still clear out this wave. Jam as well, trying to clear out the wave, getting the ult attacks down, but the ults are just there. The World Ender, Indians focusing onto the Nexus right now. OMG will push this to a game number 3.
Well-deserved game 3 right here from OMG. It took them 36 minutes. It took them to be the longest game